My name is Alena Shautsova. I'm an immigration attorney from Brooklyn, New York. Today's Legally Speaking seminar I would like to dedicate to travel outside of the United States. And this specific video is going to be about traveling when you're holding a DACA permit or DACA status. DACA is a form of deferred action. It started in 2012 and it was designed for children who arrived to the United States before a certain age and stayed in the United States, subsequently lost their status, and the President Obama administration decided to give them a temporary authorization to stay and work in the United States. Many of those children were brought to the United States through no fault of their own by crossing the border and not using a proper visa. As such, technically they entered without admission and inspection, and if later those children become adults, they cannot and get married, they cannot, like all other immigrants, receive a green card in the United States because they don't have one very important requirement for the green card process: admission, legal admission into the United States. So when DACA was announced, many overlooked one important benefit that DACA provides: its ability to travel using advance parole document. Now, if the person travels outside of the United States using an advance parole document and the person is let back into the United States, this person is now paroled and can adjust his or her status to that of a permanent resident if all other requirements are met. So a benefit of an advance parole is very, very important. So how does one get that advance parole document that would allow him or her to travel outside of the United States? Well, first a person has to hold DACA status. It means the application for DACA has to be actually approved. And then the person has to apply for advance parole, paying applicable fee, which is currently, I believe, $360. And the person has to show why he or she needs to travel. The United States government actually published guidelines and regulations when they approve advance parole requests for DACA applicants. And they stated on numerous occasions that a vacation is not a good enough reason for issuance of an advance parole. So what is a good reason? Well, usually it's a reason connected to so-called humanitarian reasons. It's health issues, medical issues, reasons that would cause financial hardship to the applicant if his or her application is denied. Education is a good reason. Let's say somebody is in college and would like and has to study abroad for a certain period of time, then advance parole is a good enough reason. What happens during the process? Well, the person submits an application that you can review at www.uscis.gov website. The form is called I-131 form, and the person has to submit evidence of the emergency. If the request is an emergency request, the person would have to be fingerprinted, and if the application is successful, the person will receive permission to travel. When the person leaves the country, likely the person will not face any difficulties leaving the country. But when the person travels back, he or she is likely to be questioned at the border. Now, it's very important to know that if you had an order of deportation against you prior to receiving DAPA or DACA status, you should always consult with an attorney before applying for an advance parole document. Because even if it's granted, that old order might still be a problem, an issue. In fact, you should always consult with an attorney. But if you know that you had prior immigration issues, you absolutely must consult with an attorney. Because leaving the country in certain situations, even if you do have somehow you received advance parole, not always guarantees your being admitted back, being paroled back. You, of course, with your application, you will need to submit evidence of your identity, as I stated, evidence of emergency, and very important, you will have to provide prepaid self-addressed envelopes, which will be used by USCIS staff to mail you correspondence back in case you're filing expedited requests. So I hope this video was helpful with regards benefits that DACA provides, and you can always learn more on my website www.shautsova.com. Thank you.